While visiting our friends Kim and Don in Terre Haute, Indiana, we visited the home of Eugene V. Debs, who was born in Terre Haute in 1855. Our guide, Allison, who's actually the museum director, was very personable and knowledgeable. I've been on a lot of tours, but I've never heard anyone share so much information in such a short amount of time while still engaging her audience and answering our questions. The first floor of the home, now a museum, was the main living area. The bedrooms are on the second floor, and the attic on the third floor is covered in murals painted by John Joseph Laska. If you know anything about Eugene Debs, it's probably that he was the Socialist Party candidate for president 5 times. Although he was never elected president, he did have some political successes as he served 2 terms as the Democratic Terre Haute city clerk and as a Democratic member of the Indiana legislature. He left home at the age of 14 to work on the railroads and went on to become a union organizer and president of the newly established American Railway Union, the first industrial union in the United States. The American Railway Union got national attention when it conducted a successful strike against the Great Northern Railway Company in 1894. In 1895, Debs was sentenced to 6 months in jail for his role in another strike, the Chicago Pullman Palace Car Company strike. Debs became a socialist in 1897 and helped to establish the Socialist Party of America. He was the party's presidential candidate in 1900, 1904, 1908, 1912, and 1920. Ironically, he ran his 1920 campaign from prison since he had been charged and convicted under the 1917 Espionage Act and the 1918 Sedition Act for criticizing the war. Yes, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison for giving an anti-war speech. It was a crime to, quote, utter, print, write, or publish any disloyal, profane, scurrilous, or abusive language about the U.S. government, Constitution, or armed forces, unquote. His sentence was commuted by President Harding on Christmas Day 1921 after serving 2.5 years.
This is a ballot from the 1904 presidential election. A minority in this room could have even voted on this ballot, actually, but Gene's second campaign, there he is, Teddy wins. 7 whole parties to pick from. These are your electors, no hanging chads there, and then your lower offices down here. Now, Gene, by the way, was campaigning on abolishing the Electoral College. He won the direct election to the president, which is still a pretty popular demand. Eugene V. Debs, the V is for Victor. He's named after Victor Hugo.
Just months before his death in 1926, Debs saw the enactment of the Railway Labor Act of 1926, which gave railway workers more input regarding their employment conditions. And just 9 years after his death, Congress passed the National Labor Relations Act of 1935, which recognized the general right of workers to organize.